boy Roy Jones Jr. Right now you're checking out Lineal Boxing TV with Bertie. Don't miss it. The man is fantastic. He even tell you about, look, he got the best looking guy ever boxed, the best fighter power ever.
Steve Bertie, Lineal Boxing TV. Kindly joined again by Matt Gorton.
Hello, Steve.
Hello, mate. Firstly, I don't think I've seen you since the New Year, have I?
No, mate, no.
So how was your Christmas?
Yeah, it was alright, mate. Yeah.
Ticking over?
Made a couple of stupid new goals, as I always do every year, to put myself under a bit of pressure. But yeah, it was good as gold. Straight back to the club January, and it's built up a little bit more. A few new people come in, some outside influences, a bit more sponsorship. Yeah, the old structure's growing.
It's all good. Quickly, just tell me about this Ironman you're doing.
Right, okay, the Ironman, I'm doing it in July. It's pretty much ruined my life for the last 2 months. It's 2.5 miles swimming. It's 117 miles, I think, on the bike, and it's a marathon at the end. And training was going well up to about 3 weeks ago. Well, about last week before, and got out the pool on a Friday. Thought this is all right. Started feeling a little twinge, bit of ibuprofen as you do at my age to get you up in the morning, and then bang, my leg gave way. So I was down the A&E last Saturday, and it's no meniscus. It's not a bone injury. It's a slight ligament, small tendon, and a bit of an hamstring. So I've been to see Mickey, the God physio. And we're just sort of getting it back rehabbed up. Bit of swimming. I've been swimming today. Had the first lesson back swimming, and build the hammies and the glutes, and off I go again. I'm very determined to get through it. It's one of them things in life you only want to do it once, mate. It's ruined my life.
So let's quickly talk about. You said you had a lad on the Queensbury show.
I had 3 lads on the Queensbury show.
Yeah.
That was last month. One of the lads came back and boxed for a while. He did okay. 2 lads really sort of stood out, to be honest with you, which is great. So I've been doing a lot of work with them within the gym. I've got a cruiserweight and also a light heavyweight. I knew it was coming because they're sort of getting in and sparring with the Sammies and the Stevies and the Bam Bams, and they were enough coming improving, and they showed on the night 2 very, very strong wins. One stopped his opponent, I think it was early on, and the other lad retired his opponent at the end of the second round. But yeah, it was real positive for the gym, because it's sort of like that next move forward for the guys,
Is that you, for that Queensbury? Is that you telling them, lads, I think you should fight in this now, or is it them badgering you?
Oh, do you know what, Steve? How can I say it? I don't want to go too much into it and sort of say this, but I've tried for the last year to get both those 2 lads matched at various different levels. And again, I'm not going to say that. One level, I'd phoned up 10 different coaches trying to get him about and didn't get anything. Right? The other lad, I tried to get him in the matches in a couple of shows, and again, nothing.
Yeah.
I want them to box in sort of local shows, it's no problem, but they should really be pushing on. They should really be sort of getting out and getting some really good competition and moving. So for me, Queensbury was the best bet for them at the time. And it was a well-run show and all the rest of it, but it's like everything, mate. I don't know whether it's not the lads aren't out there to box, I don't know, whatever, but it's getting harder and harder to find them good, strong fights on a good, strong show.
And that's stuff behind the scenes that nobody gets to see, do they? The amount of effort and work.
Any coach that watches this, any manager that will watch this, it's just the bane of your life. It's so honest in here.
Yeah.
You've got the coach and you've got the fighter, and you're building them and you're bouncing off each other and all the rest of it. As soon as you step into that big wide world of matchmaking, promotion, some of the matches I get back off some of these people, it's quite incredible. Some of the badgering you'll get for shows, not the next show, the next show. And you're just like, we'll get there. You know what I'm like? I'm as honest as they come. I just want honest fights for the lads, And like, sometimes you just literally like, and yeah, it doesn't seem to change, to be honest with you.
You've got any good youngsters coming through at the moment?
Yeah, I have. I've really been putting a bit more time into the juniors this year, building them up through the London Boxing Alliance, sort of getting them sort of the real juniors through a certification system. SABA, which is Schools Amateur Boxing Association, which is like a bronze, silver, gold. It's like a non-contact boxing award, something that we've just talked about in here that you should be doing at that age, giving you the basics of boxing, your basics footwork, your basics of defending yourself, your basics of attacking. Some knowledge of the sport, why you're doing it, some history of the sport, those side of things. So we started this, and I've got one lad who's had his first bout 2 weeks ago, fought in a show the other side of Luton. It was his first fight, boxed a lad who was a bit more experienced. He's a funny sort of weight. He boxed well, mate. I was really impressed by the standard of it, and the sort of the professionalism of the show, and also the other trainer. He taught the kid well. It was a good, hard bout. but it just emphasised the difference between amateur boxing and professional boxing. Two different styles, two different sports really. You know, not one's better than the other. I'm not saying that at all, but it really highlighted the fact of you know, the difference between amateur boxing, you know, a traditional style of boxing, stepping in, stepping out, straight shots, you know, against your professional boxing, which is everything, you know, it's distance change and even the stance to everything else. You know, it's two different styles. But yeah, he got up there, he boxed really well, and we're looking to get him out in a couple of weeks again and start to push him on a bit.
What would you say is the ideal age for a young lad coming in the gym to learn?
Well, my daughter does it now.
Yeah.
She's 8 years of age. I'd say before that, it's not even worth teaching them the basics.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you get kids turned like 5 years of age, and they're like, you know, the next wonder kid.
Yeah.
But on the whole, 8 or 9 years of age. One, because they've got an interest. Two, they want to come here themselves, rather than the parent wants them to come along. And they'd learn the basics that way. They don't have to get competitive with sparring at 12 or 13, and then bosh, off they go probably. But I'm not a believer, as you know, in hundreds of bouts.
Yeah.
And winning and this, that, and the other. I just rather them just be learning in the gym.
Yeah.
Sparring 2, 3, 4 fights a year. I appreciate when the championships are on, it's a bit different. But yeah, just for me, the education is a lot more important, and you know, maybe I have to do something a bit more, use it to their beneficiaries a bit further down the road.
It's a bit of an obvious example though, but you look at like Deontay Wilder, like the heavyweight champ, the WBC heavyweight champion. If you look at some of the clips, some of his footwork and some of the punches he's throwing, it's just.
I know. I mean, every day you see a different clip show, don't you? With sort of him and his trainer and all the rest of it. But do you know what, mate? There's a gap for it though, isn't there? Yeah. You know, America are sort of gagging for the next big heavyweight to come through, and do you know what? Fair play to him. He stepped himself in there. He doesn't care, mate. He doesn't care. And when I was doing my course, I was on there with a fella that did a lot of sparring with him, and he just says to me, the geezer can bang like anything. He doesn't care, and he's got a huge motivation for his child. So he's like any businessman, really. He's seen a gap in the market, and he's gone for it. But he's one crazy geezer, mate. I know exactly what you mean.
So we've got the Alcesta show coming up.
Yeah.
Aaron and Sam back out.
Yeah, mate. We've got go on, sorry.
Tapering off the end of their camp.
Yeah.
Everything okay?
Yeah, really good, really good. Aaron, it's his first 6-round fight, so obviously the running's been longer. He's had to spar more rounds, plus sort of various few new tricks that, you know, we've been trying out and all the rest of it. His sparring's been really good. We've got Tamuka down here, and we've got Sugar Shane Clark, which are his same sort of weight, so he's just been getting in and having it out round after round after round, and he's really improving. And this sort of one's better. They're really good for pushing each other. Both Sugar and Tamuka are a bit more experienced, so we've really been making the most of the sparring off those two lads, really. Sammy's, I mean, like, you know, he's Forrest Gump, isn't he? Tell him to run that way, he'll keep running. Like, Sammy's just carried on from the last fight to this fight to this fight, and, you know, do you know, Sam, he's got to be the most, like, I don't know, you just want him to do it on the night, Steve.
Yeah.
You know, all new sparring partners coming in all the time. We had a new lad, coaches are phoning you up, you know, can my lad come and spar with Sam, because they know Sam's a sort of a good leveller, to see what they're level at. So he's really getting in here fitter and stronger, his sparring's good and all the rest of it. We really, you know, I'd love to see everything he puts in his gym out on the night. You know, he's proved, he's done well so far, but like, he's not reached his full potential yet.
Yeah.
And I've seen again glimpses of this through his camp, for want of a better word. You know, so I'm hoping on the night he comes out and shows some of these new skills he's been learning, and just makes a bloody statement, mate, because he is well capable of it. You know, of the bigger boys in here, he's king.
I bet there's no better feeling for you as well when you can actually see something you've worked on come off it in a ring.
Oh, of course, mate, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? When it's actually...
That's what it's... And especially when, you know, you've got the bond with those two lads that I have, you know, because I've started them. I started them from nothing. That's the motivation, really, to get them to where they are. So, yeah, of course, every time they win, it's a bonus, and every time they try something new, it's a bonus. And, just sort of always looking for that next move, that next bit of fitness, that next bit of strength to make them better than everyone else. You know, we're all at it, really.
Go on quickly for Aaron's last fight. How would you assess his fight in Swindon? Fought a tough lad. Didn't he hurt his hand though?
Yeah, mate, that geezer was good.
Yeah.
He was a tough old journey.
They're all good shows, aren't they? All good fights.
Yeah, they're all good fights. He was the lad he boxed, he came to win. You know, you could see that he boxed incredibly well for the first 2 rounds, the best I've seen him. But then he had a hand injury. I think it was his knuckle went.
Yeah.
Or he might have taken a heavy body shot. Something happened at the end of the second.
Did he tell you this as well?
Yeah, he told me in the corner. But you know, when you're fighting 4 rounds and you're in that, mate, you've just got to crack on. Body shot or a knuckle, I can't remember, something or other. And he slowed down towards the end, but I think he won 3 rounds to 4, and I think the lad came on strong at the end. But yeah, it was no mark. I think Aaron's fought 5 times, and he's had 2 quality opponents, which is, you have to, it's such a fine line, because you want him to win, Steve.
Of course. But
I've never given him anything, mate. Hence why Sammy on that Ultimate Fighter, the amount of sort of what he's learned from that and coming back in the gym, it's great. He's filled him full of, strength and confidence, knowing that the boy he was in with, you know, what he's learned. And you know what he's picked up off him. He's been putting in sparring. So let's have it, see it on the night. You know.
Listen, we touched on Sam, and I spoke to him in Swindon. But how was he coming on? Because he got stopped. It was always a little bit of a problem. Like, were you thinking, how's he going to get in? How's he going to suffer that? Is he going to? Yeah. Some people can go into their shell, can't they?
Yeah, but not Sam. Not him. He's been dropped before. Yeah. It's no secret.
Like he
just gets up, crack on. Yeah. Gets up, crack on. So no, I won't bother about the time. You know, we all had to make peace with ourselves before that tournament, saying anything could happen, mate.
That's right.
You know, it's a tournament. You're in there with more experienced boxers. The lad he got in with was the one we thought to ourselves, but you know, he didn't suit Sam's style of boxing at all. But no, not. I wasn't sort of too bothered at all. And like on that night, all of them they were all giggling away in the change rooms, all lads, because they were getting knocked down, getting back up. Getting knocked down and getting back up. So
I've never seen a tournament like that where everyone was just getting banged.
Everyone was getting knocked and jumping up. And do you know it's the size of these lads as well now? Yeah. They're only like heavyweights, mate. That's right. You're like, well, you there, Stevie?
Yeah.
All right. You know. So he'd get back in it, mate, and we just crack on where we were. There's no. It's like I said. There's no stress. It just pick up before the tournament. We were off again. If it came again this year, I'll put him in again. You know, these lads aren't turning over professional with Olympic golds and £1 million on their back, mate.
Yeah.
They've got to get in and they've got to prove themselves. That's it.
Sam's opponent, do you know who he's fighting at all?
Yeah, I do know his opponent now, yeah.
Where is he comparable to the Ultimate Fight sort of level?
Where is he to the lad that Sammy boxed?
That's right.
He's nowhere. He's not at his level at all, Steve. He's suitable for where Sam is in career with this fight. It's getting back on the wagon fight. You never can underestimate anyone. He'll be getting trained properly and he'll be getting told to go out and do what he does every time. But the geezer's no mug, but he's not that level, no.
Yeah, because again, I kept saying such a massive respect for both of you doing that tournament, because they were proper fighters. The lad that won that tournament, he's something special. How he gets into light heavy.
He's about 9'12". In the change rooms, you're thinking to yourself it's like Sam, low kick if you box him. Shaq and Peters, wasn't it? The one
Shaq and Peters,
he's a big tall lad, mate. Yeah. He's a big tall lad. What's he gone on and done since then? Has he boxed again?
I think he had one more fight won. He's from Birmingham way. He's really,
that's right.
Really highly rated.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see where he goes and how that tournament can help elevate him further on his career. I've not heard much, but I hope it will for him, you know.
Yeah. And Aaron's opponent?
Yeah, he's boxing a lad with a sort of, I won't say a 50-50 record recently, but he's fighting a lad. He's had 80 fights, 130, lost 50, couple of draws and the rest of it. It's a step up for Aaron.
And they've seen everything, couldn't they?
Do you know what, Steve? There ain't so much a thing as a journeyman anymore, mate. No. Trust me. There's lads, I'm 37 years of age, and the old school journeymen, you can see they're getting a dirty job, but these young lads are lads that just can't sell tickets, mate. Yeah. You've got to be on it. You've got to be on it, because I tell you, that one slip up, that one slip up, or that one mistake thinking he's a journeyman, you've had it, mate. There could always be a banana skin fight, so you've got to be right on your game, you know.
That's the thing as well. It's just when I sort of do more and more of this and I get deeper in it, it's a business, isn't it? It's a massive business.
Mate, it's things I'll tell you off the camera. I'll tell you on the camera, mate. You have no idea, mate, when you get involved in it. It's not. Yeah, that's it. Let's just leave that there. Yes, it's not the moat. Yes, just leave it there.
Because some of these shows as well, everyone's putting so much on the line. The pressure some of these lads are under as well to sell tickets and.
You've got to think to yourself, right? Like both Sam and Aaron, they've both got businesses. Yeah. They're both trying to do everything else that 26-year-old geezers are doing. They've got to go and pump out their 70, 80, £100 tickets to cover their costs and try and sort of make some money, you know, on top of a weight cut. you know, and body shapes are changing at 26 or 27, you know, and with those tickets and weight cut, that's where they make their money, mate. If you like boxing, you like to fight, don't you?
Yeah.
You're in it for the fitness, you're in it for that, do you know what I mean? You're in it for that feeling, but at the same time, mate, you know, it takes a huge amount of discipline in, but more importantly out the ring, you know?
Yeah, it's the most brutal, tough, lonely sport going, isn't it? But
it's an addiction, that's all it can be.
we love it.
We love it, it's just an addiction, I suppose, from everyone who's involved in it. I don't know why, you know?
So what are your predictions for the rest of the year?
Predictions of the rest of the year.
Let's start with your two lads.
Okay.
Where do you want them to be?
Well, I mean, Sammy would be picking up before where he was, you know, start building his confidence up, building his record up again. You know, Aaron's got his first 6-round fight coming up. Maybe get him another 6-round fight after that, and then I'll start be looking what's out there, Steve.
Yeah.
He'll be up to 7 or 8 fights by then, and it'll be time. He's ready to go, mate. He's going to be better with someone coming onto him.
Yeah.
I see it all the time in here, mate. He's going to be better when people come onto him. You're not seeing much of him, mate.
Yeah.
So far, you know, he's hungry, he's angry, you know, and he obviously wants to do well, but you know, he's got dynamite in both fists. You know, some of the sparring and that I've seen, mate, recently.
You paid for it, wouldn't you?
Oh, mate. But what he's doing now with his fists where he was a year ago, some of this sparring, you know, that's why I don't film it. Seriously, that's why I don't film it out of respect for the other lads that he's been moving around and sparring with, mate, and vice versa, because, yeah, his strength and his power's going through the bloody roof, mate. So when people start walking onto him, it'd be really interesting to see what he can do. So yeah, I'd like to see Aaron step up at the end of the year, and sort of Sammy just pick up where we left and see where we can get, you know.
And people, if they don't know about this Alcesta show, 50-50 fights, cracking competition.
Yeah, there's no like,
local shows not far away.
None of this like 15 ticket sellers against 15 journeymen, mate, with that sort of thing. There's some real good hard fights in there from other local gyms, but you know, we've got obviously Sugar Shane boxing out of here, and he's been killing himself in the gym. He's boxing another lad, Luther Clay, and
he's a good fighter, that Luther Clay.
He's a great fighter.
Yeah,
two different styles, and I think both those styles will make for sort of a really good local fight. But you know, it's a treat. It's a treat if they're both on point and both fit. Then it's going to be a hell of a fight for people to come and watch it. You know, it really, really is. Yeah.
Lastly, let me quickly ask, obviously as a trainer, James DeGale's just retired. Do you think that was the right time? Would you have done the same if you were training him?
Yes, massively with James DeGale, yes.
Yeah. George Groves?
Yeah, I mean, you could see the injuries are really starting to get better with George with his shoulder and various different things, but both retired with their brains, haven't they? They'll be remembered, mate. It's just nice to see two fighters using boxing rather than letting boxing use them. Yeah. You know, and good luck to both of them in sort of both of them moving forward in the future, you know.
Talking of injuries, can I quickly just touch on when you were with Sam, weren't you? Like what people don't realise, going to hospital with him as well. It's a brutal sport. You've got to support these boxers, don't you? It's stuff you don't see behind the scenes.
So locally, I hear people, I'm going to go and do this person's corner, I'm going to do this person's corner. People don't realise what's in it, Steve. You're taking someone's life in your hand to a certain degree. I mean, recently, one of my lads, someone got on top of him, might have thrown a towel in. Yeah. It's easy when me and you are sitting here and talking about it, but when it's this, it's that, against somebody who doesn't want that to happen, you've got to take control, mate. You've got to protect your boxer. Same as that night with Sam, I got in there and I had to give him first aid, mate. Yeah. Use the training that I learnt and jumped on him, mate. You know, and some mistakes happened that night that we've already talked about before, you know. And, you know, if the paramedics aren't on the game, the corners aren't on the game, then you hate to think what could happen, don't you? Thank God Sam was so fit, he was so strong, and he just bounced back off the back of that. Yeah. But imagine he weren't fit, imagine he wasn't strong, imagine he didn't have people looking around him, and the professionalism again of the paramedics and all that. You know, they really helped, and they really helped him that night, and you know, who knows what the worst could have been if people weren't professional in what they do. Yeah,
just saying, I've met up with Nick Blackwell as well. Such a sad story. He's inspirational, he is, but and he's saying like some people in boxing he thought was right with him, wanted him, just forgot him, dropped him, and
I hear it all the time, daily. I see it all the time, daily. Like, you know, like you see these people at city traders or whatever they're doing, and there's billions of pounds on the table, and they're knocking each other over that. People are as ruthless as that in this game, mate. And it's a dog-eat-dog world. It is a dog-eat-dog world, and if you haven't got someone around you, I suppose, who
Hasn't got your best
you
interest.
haven't got your best interests on heart, then you're back before you even start. I mean, you know, if you look at sort of George Groves, he'll openly talk about that throughout his whole career, won't he?
Yeah.
I mean, he even did like a 4-page letter or whatever
That's
it was,
right.
you know, from people that helped him to start off with, all the way through. But you think how many training camps he went through,
Yeah.
and he found some happiness with McGuigan right off at the end of his career.
Yeah.
10 years later, someone that he could click with, someone who he obviously thought had his sort of best interests at heart. Some people find that straight away, and some people don't, mate. You know, and that's pretty much the way it is. But that Nick Blackwell's not in a good way, is he?
He's improving all the time. He was given a 75% chance of death and complete paralysis.
That's a fighter for you, mate, isn't
My
it?
God,
he'll fight it and all the rest
He'd
of it.
still fight now if he could. I've never known anything like it.
What happened with that incident with the trainers and coaches?
Say again?
What happened with the incident with the trainers and coaches?
One of them got banned for life, the trainer, and the cruiserweight he sparred with was foreign. He said he had no idea that it was Nick Blackwell.
Yeah.
So he got banned for, I think he lost his fighting licence for 2 years.
Okay, but the
just
trainer got banned.
For life.
It's a tragic thing, because I bet you, all right, that's not a professional thing to trainer wouldn't have done, but you know what, mate? He wouldn't have done it on purpose. I'd
No,
imagine.
exactly. Yeah.
I would. You should know better. You should.
Yeah.
They got to make an example, didn't they? But it is a shame for everyone involved in it.
Yeah.
For Nick Blackwell, and of course, obviously the trainer as well. You know, bit of a bad incident. You know?
That's boxing, isn't it? It is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is, and it just highlights the severity of the game, really, doesn't it? From the ground roots all the way up to the top. You know how serious it is, and you know, one, you need people, I think, around you that have done it themselves.
Yeah.
And two, you need people that are in it for the right reasons. Because
Yeah.
if people aren't in it for the right reasons, mate, then you know, how are you going to be looked after? You know.
So, anything you lastly want to add? Let's get a bit more happy now.
Yeah, cheers for that. You ruined my life now, Steve. I've got a sports injury and now you made me really sad. Nice one, mate. And it's raining. Apart from that, I'm all right. No, just that Frimley Boxing Club's always improving, building a structure. Now I've got a junior ABA kid in the Alliance, the Schools Amateur Boxing Association certification programme's up and going. The lads are sort of boxing at a decent sort of level, and then of course you've got the pros. So what I set out to do a year ago is working, and that makes me really, really happy, that all that hard work, dedication, and sometimes a bit of old-fashioned grind and bollocks, sorry, shouldn't have said that, is actually getting you somewhere. So no, I'm over the moon, and let's see where we are next year, mate. Let's see
fair
where
play
we're next
to you,
year.
mate.
And just quickly, Steve, how you feeling about your fight?
Not too good.
Really?
No, I'm alright, I'm
I
alright.
think you look in good shape, mate.
Thank you, mate.
How many kilos you dropped?
I was 93 at the start,
Yeah.
94 at the start, so I'm
Yeah.
87 now.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Are you finding it harder now than
Oh,
before?
like you wouldn't believe,
Yeah,
mate.
I've done it myself, mate, you know.
I've got so much respect for anyone
Yeah.
getting in that ring, no matter what level you're at. I hate this tradition of like, oh, you're fighting a bum, you're fighting a journeyman. You get in that ring, mate.
Yeah.
Whether you're training,
Yeah.
fighting, it's
And it's like, to get in that, you don't have to do it. You've got a good thing going on here, good thing going on. You don't have to do it because you're doing it because you're passionate and
That's
you want to do
right,
it. So
yeah.
it always should be encouraged, you know. So, you know, fair play to you. But like I said, any help you need down there and all the rest of it, happy days.
really appreciate it, mate.
No worries, Steve.
Great following your journey, Matt.
Yeah, and long may it continue.
We'll catch up at the Alcester show.
Happy days. I'll be seeing you.
And guys, I'll put a link for the tickets. Watch Aaron and Sam.
Yeah, Sam and Aaron, hit them up for tickets. Nice one.
Good man.